Okay, I'm going to do a quick example of how you use the edge former. With the adjustment screw back here, you can change the distance in between the rollers. With the jam nut that we put on, you can lock that distance so it's the same. So what you want to do first is you want to loosen the jam nut and put some space in between the rollers. Then put your aluminum on the rollers so that it's not clear in to the flange, not touching the angle portion yet. So about like that would be where you want to start for this operation, which is adjusting the edge former. So once you have that in the proper place, just rotate tighter and tighter until it just touches. Not very much pressure on it, rotational pressure on here, but it's just touching the aluminum. Then take the aluminum out, give it just a slight turn, less than 1/8 of a turn, and then just snug the jam nut up behind it. So now it's adjusted for the thickness of the metal that you're using. And you want to put your metal on here so that it's up against the flange but not off the edge of the sheet. You cannot roll it up onto the sheet. So you start about 1/2 inch back from the edge, like so. And go ahead and clamp it down, lock the locking portion of the vice grip plier. And then you want to draw it toward you, pushing the flange up against the material. Draw it toward you and go off the end. And then when you're done, you come back and you clip it on and do that last inch or 1/2 inch or whatever you left before. Now you can just barely see, if I get the light right, that it's bended slightly. And you want the keyword here is to be slight. You don't want it to be very much of a bend at all. When you have a straight edge across there, you want it to just leave. I'm having trouble getting that so that you can see. Anyway, you want to just barely leave the edge of the straight edge. And that way, when one piece overlaps another piece, where the rivets are will be tight, but it will also be tight in between the rivets. If you don't do this, if you just don't do the edge work on this, then it'll be tight where the rivets are, but there'll be a slight gap where the rivets are not holding it tight. So that's the reason for the edge former and how to use it and adjust it.